Hello, my friend. It's Danielle here. Welcome to Danielle's Habibis Yoga. Today class is a high-intensity yoga training with some strength and abs workout. So begin by taking a comfortable seat, hands together in front of your chest, and take a moment to set an intention for your practice. All intentions are welcomed. Now come to your Ujjayi breathing in and out through your nose, keeping your inhales and exhales equal in length throughout your practice. Now lie down on your back and draw your right knee to your chest and extend your left leg all the way down to the floor and circle your right ankle in one direction and the other way. Now take your right knee over to the other side into a twist and look to the right shoulder. And back to center. Now extend your leg up toward the ceiling and hold into your thigh for a nice stretch. And release. And we can switch legs here. Take your left leg to your chest, circle your ankle in one direction, and reverse it. Then take the left leg over to a nice twist and look to the left shoulder. And back to center. Now extend your leg up to the ceiling and hold onto your thigh for a nice stretch. And release. Now lift both legs up. Take your hands behind your head. Take your right elbow to the left knee and switch left elbow to the right knee. So we're going to take it going back and forth. And the lower your legs are, the harder you're working your core. Keep your lower belly lifted and keep breathing as you move from side to side, warming up the abdominal muscles. We'll do here a few rounds. So right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee, and switch. Back and forth. Keep breathing. Now extend your right leg up, bring your palms together and reach to the outer edge of your right leg, back and forth to the right with a little pulses for side, abs, or oblique. So pulse, 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 pulse. We do maybe 20 of them. So keep pausing, pausing, pulse. So we'll do 20. So we're here at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And back to center. Bend your knees, hands behind your head, and back to bicycle your legs, reaching your right elbow to left knee and left elbow to your right knee, and back and forth again. And we'll do another 20 of each side here. So elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Give me 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now extend your leg up, bring your palms together and reach to the outer edge of your left leg. Back and forth to the left with a little pauses for side abs or oblique as we did on the right side. And we'll do the same 20, maybe 20 sets. So keep pulse, pulse, pulse. And give me like 10 more in here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, back to center. Bend your knees, hands behind your head, and back and forth to the bicycle your legs, reaching your right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee, and back and forth. Also give me 20. So take your time and just reach your 20 as fast as you want to go. Keep counting. And here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Reach your arms over your head and extend your legs for a nice stretch. Now bend the knees, bring your feet to the mat, press the heels and lift your hips up into bridge. Knees over ankle, legs hip width apart. And exhale, lower down. Inhale again into bridge pose, reaching your arms now up and over, palms facing each other. And exhale, lower down. Bring your arms with you next to your body. Again, inhale, lift up, stretching up. Exhale, slowly lower down. We'll do it one more time. Inhale and lift up, reaching your arms up and back. Spiral the thighs in toward each other. Exhale and lower back down. Now hug the knees in and roll yourself up to seated. Make your way into tabletop and walk your hands forward about one hand print. Tuck your toes, come to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now start bending one knee and the other, stretching the hamstrings. When you're ready, bend both knees and stretch the legs back and pressing the heels toward the floor. Deepening your breath in here. Now push your chest forward, come into plank, so top of a push-up, tucking the belly in. Now exhale, hug your elbow in, lower all the way down to the belly, and take your forearms down. Inhale, pull your chest up, elbow right under your shoulders into Sphinx pose. Lengthen the abdominal muscles, strengthening the spine and firming the buttocks. Now hand by your rib cage, inhale to upward facing dog or baby cobra, exhale back to downward facing dog. Now look forward, step or hop your feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale to Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Hug your elbows into your chaturanga. Hold. Now feel free to keep your knees down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up, hop or step your feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale to Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Back to plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here, lift up through the forearms and press through the base of all your fingers. Draw your belly in and up. Now look up, step or hop your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale to Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank and hold. Now roll to the right pinky toe side into side plank and reach your left arm up. Feel free to put your right leg down. Stack your hips on top of each other. Now lower your left hand to hold your right shoulder as you turn to plank. With your arm up, holding that shoulder for a few breaths in here. And release your arm to a regular plank. Now switch side. Roll to the left pinky toe side into side plank and reach your right arm up. Again, put the left leg down if needed. Stack your hips on top of each other, pull the belly in. Now lower your right hand to the left shoulder and turn to plank. Keeping the right arm holding into your left shoulder, hold few breaths in here. And release your arm to regular plank. Now lower to chaturanga, up to plank, down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, shift forward to plank. Bring your right knee to your nose. Hold. And set it back down. Lower down to chaturanga, back up to plank, down to chaturanga, back to plank. Now bring your left knee to nose. Hold, press away from the floor. And set it back down. Lower to chaturanga, back to plank. Again to chaturanga, back to plank. Right knee to nose. And set it back. Chaturanga to plank. chaturanga, again to plank. Now left knee to nose, and back to plank, chaturanga, plank, chaturanga, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Step it up to warrior two. Spin the back foot flat. Front knee over the ankle. Catch your breath in here. Now lean forward, taking your right arm down to the floor or block to side angle pose. And the left arm is going to sweep around 4 times, warming the shoulder. Then take that left arm behind your back. So after you sweep 4 times, take your time. Then we're going to take that left arm and wrap it behind, reaching the thigh and look up. Rolling your left shoulders back. Now look forward, hand to the floor, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through in between the hands and come up to warrior two. Reach out through the arms. Keep the knee over the ankle and front heel in line with your back arch. Lean forward, taking the left arm down to the floor or block. And the right arm going to sweep around 4 times this time, as we did in the left side, warming up the shoulder. Take your time in here, and then when you're ready, take that right arm behind, reach it, reaching the thigh, and look up, rolling your right shoulder back. Now looking forward, hands to the floor, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Stretch back. Now at any time you need a break, please come to your child pose at any time or push the pause button. Inhale, right leg up. Take the right knee to the right elbow and take the leg as high as you can. Press away from the floor. Keep breathing. Inhale, the leg up and back and set it back down. Inhale, left leg up. Take the left knee to the left elbow. As high as you can, press away from the floor and keep breathing. Inhale, leg up and set it back down. Now take your forearms down to the floor into dolphin plank. Elbow right under your shoulders, pressing into the palms, lift the belly. And lower down to the mat to Shalabhasana locust pose. Keep spinning the inner thighs in, hands by your rib cage. Inhale to upward facing dog, exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, step it through, walk your hands to the center of the mat and take your feet to parallel. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head reaching toward the mat, toes pointing a little toward each other. Prasarita Paduttanasana A. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen, and walk your hands to the front. Step back to plank, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift the left leg up. Step it through. Walk your hands to the center of the mat and take your feet to parallel. Now interlace your hands behind your back and fold forward, reaching the crown of the head toward the mat as your arms move up and over at any amount. And breathe here. Now release your hands down. Inhale, lengthen, and walk your hands back to the front. Step back to plank, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now look up, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale to Samasthiti. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sit into Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, come up to crescent pose. Hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left elbow to your right thigh. Look up. Breathe in here and release to center. Extend your arms up. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Now you can keep the same tempo or a little faster. So elbow to knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one back to crescent. Hands down to the floor, step back or float to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, sit into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step or float through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, come to crescent pose. Hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist right elbow to the left thigh. Look up. Breathing here. And release to center. Now extend your arms up. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale. So keep the same tempo or go a little faster. So again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Step back to crescent. And hands down, step back or float to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through. Bend the knee to crescent pose, arms up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Now lower down to chaturanga. Then push up to plank. Now take your right knee to nose. And push it back to plank. Now lower down to chaturanga. And back to plank. Now left knee into nose. And back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Up back to plank. One more time, down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now shift forward to plank again. Roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Lift your left arm up to side plank, stacking the hips. And now lift the top leg up at any amount. And set it back down. Come to regular plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Push back to plank. Now take the right knee to nose. Set it back to plank. Left knee to nose. And set it back to plank. Come down to chaturanga. Push back to plank. Again, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through. Bend the knee to crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Back to plank. Take the right knee to nose. Push it back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Push back up to plank. Left knee to nose. Push it back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Push back to plank. Again, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up, shift your chest forward to plank. Now come, roll to your pinky side toe of the left foot. Stack your hips, lift your right arm up to side plank. And lift your top leg up at any amount. And set it back down. Come to regular plank, lower down to chaturanga, push up to plank. Now right knee to nose, left knee to nose, down to chaturanga, and back to plank. One more time, down to chaturanga, and back to plank. Inhale, down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through. Walk the back foot in about half foot forward and take it flat to your mat. Lengthen in here. As you exhale, fold over your leg. You can keep your hands on the floor or hold on to the leg. Keeping your right hip back and pushing your left hip forward, squeezing the inner thighs in toward each other. Inhale the head up. Bend your front knee, your left foot back a little so you are in a lunge. And reach up through your right arm and twist. Exhale, hands down and step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through. Walk the back foot in about half foot in or so. Take the back foot flat and toes facing to the front of the right corner of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Keeping the weight on the back leg, make sure you're ground down through the back leg and pulling the left hip back. Inhale to come up. Bend the front knee, step your right foot back so you're in a lunge. And reach up through the left arm up and twist. Trying to keep the hips leveled. Drop the left hip down, picking up the right hip a little. Exhale, hands down and step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up on an inhale, step it through. Take your left knee to the floor for the low lunge. And then bring your hands on the inside of the right foot and come into your forearms, block, or stay on your hands. Back knee can be up or down. Then take your back knee down and push up into your hands, keeping the left arm down, and lift your right arm up, and maybe lifting the back leg off the floor and turn it into the side of the left foot into lizard twist. And your right foot can be pulled up to the side a little bit. Now release the hands to the floor, step back to plank, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg forward on an inhale. Bring your hands to the inside of the left leg on your hands, forearm, or block. Back knee can be up or down. Make sure if your left knee going to the left, turn out your toe a little bit. Now take back the back knee down. Keep your right hand on the mat. Lift the left arm up into lizard twist. And angle your left foot to the left and your right leg to the side. Make your way back and take a vinyasa, or you can skip it to downward facing dog. Now put your knees down on the floor and take a pose here into a child pose, deepening your breath, shifting your breathing down so you can only breathe through your nose in and out, and come back to your steady breathing. Keep your mind resting on the moment, which is right now. When we're truly present, we are at peace. And there a growing moment that people practicing, they bring us to the present moment. And when we are living this way, when these practices spill out into our lives, we start to shift the way we live from day to day. That's why I believe that sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. But this growing moment of people is spreading out all over the world. Keep deepening your breath in here. Make yourself into downward facing dog. When you're ready, lift your right leg up and back, step it forward. Now walk your hands to the left. Make the feet parallel, bring the hands on the hips and come all the way up. Now point the toes a little out, heels in, and drop the hips down into high squat, reaching your arms up. And lower down and push back up. Bend the knees to squat and straighten the leg up. Inhale to lower, exhale to come up. Inhale to lower, exhale to come up. Again, inhale to drop the tailbone down, exhale to lift up. Few more times, keep practicing squatting down and lift up. Make sure the knees in line with your ankle. Shift the weight into the heels. So lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. Keep that momentum. Few more times. The legs should start to feel it. Few more times. Inhale, exhale. And now sit low and hold for a few breaths in here, squeezing your inner thighs. Maybe we can do some pulses. So pulse, 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 pulse. Fire up that glute muscles. Working really hard, shoulders down away from your ears. And on your last one, release your arms to a T. Turn your right foot out, hands down, step back to plank, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now shift into plank, right knee in, left knee in, chaturanga, plank, knee in, chaturanga, back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Now shift forward to plank, step your feet together, roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot to side plank. Now stay or lift the top leg up. Now take the top leg down behind you, open the heart. Now send the leg back all the way over to the other side. Right foot stay down, left leg extended. Few breaths in here. And release back to plank, and now switch side. So take it to the left side plank, lift the top leg up, then send it behind and open the heart, stretching out. Now release and take it all the way to the other side, keeping the right leg up, extend it all the way straight. And back to regular plank. And lower down all the way to the belly and rest. Now press through your hands and knees, come to child pose. Take a deep breath in here. Come back to your steady breath. When you're ready, press through your hands and knees and come to tabletop and get your way to seated. So from here, we're going to bend the knees, put the heels down on the mat and lean back a little bit, maybe halfway through. And now we're going to lean back, open the legs and extend them. And then we're going to crunch and hug the knees. Lean back and come back in to hug the knees. So we're doing core workout. We're going to going back and forth. If that hurts your back, don't lean all the way back down. You can just hold in and sit back. So keep going lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. Keeping the belly lifted. Keep breathing as you go back and forth. Now we're going to hold it. So hold back, extend the legs, keep breathing, hold, hold, hold. And release all the way down into your back. Coming into bridge pose, feet hip width apart, outer edge of your feet parallel, and lift your hips. And lower down to rest. Take a nice, long, deep breaths. One more time. So press into your heels, lift those hips all the way up, maybe a little higher. And release. Feet together, knees apart, and rest. Keeping your arms by your side, just lift both legs up. Flex your toes toward your forehead and rest. Now bend both knees to hug them to the chest, rock side to side. And start rolling yourself back up to seated, bending the right leg in front and the left leg behind for pigeon. And fold forward with any amount, or you can stay up. Just allow yourself to sink in and let it go. And coming up, bring the left leg forward and the right heel to the left thigh. Lift the arms up, turn toward the left leg and fold forward as deep as you can. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale to come up, exhale to release. Now bend the left knee, extend the right behind for pigeon. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. If you have any discomfort or pain in your knee, bring your leg forward, sit with the shin crossed. Try to keep your hips nice and leveled. And coming back up, swing the back leg around and we'll take it to Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lift up, exhale, fold forward. You can hold into your leg or use straps. And if you're flexible enough, you can rest your belly on your thigh. Pull your right toe back to keep your leg nice and active. So inhale, heads up, exhale, release. Now lie down on your back, hug your knees, your chest, and rock side to side. Take your arms to a T and knees off to the left and look to the right. Nice twist. You can cross legs for deeper twist if you like. And release, come back to center, and we'll go to the other side. Knees off to the right and look to the left. Cross the leg for deeper twist as well. Come back to a nice steady breath. And release back to center. Get ready for Savasana. Make yourself comfortable and lie down on your back. Lengthen the tailbone toward the back of the knees. Let your feet flat open. Your arms by your side, palms up. And just relax. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. While you're resting here, just try to bring your attention to the third chakra, covering our self-esteem. It's important to pay attention to how we treat ourselves. And if you don't speak nicely to yourself, it's hard to feel good about yourself. And even sometimes to treat others nicely. So I have a nice quote for you. It says, whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. So take a nice long stretch over your head. Make some movement. Bend the knees. Roll over to your side. Pausing for gratitude for all our blessings. Then make your way up to seated, taking a moment respecting and honoring yourself for all the wonderful things that make you who you are. Then hands to the forehead to remind us to have a clear and loving thoughts. Hand to your mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. Hands to your heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. I honor each one of you and thank you so much for your beautiful practice today. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining us today. Don't forget to press the like button if you like the video and share it. Share it with your friends and leave me a comment. I love your comments. You guys make my day. I just love it. And if you have a moment, check our website for more stuff at www.daniellehabibis.com, and I can add the link below. So thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.